Welcome back, babe, to another episode of the Creatress of Freedom podcast. I am Annie and I am your host, and I am so happy that you are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are an OG, welcome back. You know that I love you. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? The energy has started to shift. I don't know if you've noticed that from an astrological, energetic point of view. I know I definitely have felt this as well. Um, and I wanted to share a bit of a personal share with you today, around what I'm kind of navigating and what I'm working with. Depending on when you're listening to this episode, will depend on whether I'm just on the other side of it or whether I'm well and truly on the other side of it. So it would just depend. Um, but I really wanted to talk a little bit about this because I feel like this is something that is really common for most of us when we are on the growth path or towards evolution. And I guess, I always like to share my personal stories from the place of, do I wish that I had someone that talked about this, right? And so that's why I always share a lot of my personal stuff with you, because in the hope that it will help you feel less alone. That's the intention behind it, right? And so what I want to talk a little bit about today is around the cord cutting, I guess, is the topic of what we're going to delve into today. So I want to share with you about a recent ceremony that I did, and how the universe will bring us incredible opportunities to see how we're going to show up in those moments. So I've really been focusing on recently calling my power back to self. There has been lots of external circumstances, external situations that I have allowed my power to be taken away, right? And this is from business, this is in friendships, this is in relationships, like so many different areas. And I'm going back, like a couple of years as I'm doing these exercises of really like pinpointing where were the moments where I lost my power, or not lost, because I don't want to play the victim in the story, but where are the moments where I chose to give my power away, right? Because that's really what it's about. Nobody took my power. I chose to give my power away in those circumstances. And so, what I've really been navigating and working through deeply in ceremony recently is the space to call back my power from all of these different scenarios. And so recently I did this little ceremony exercise where I had this scenario that came up, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to call back my power. Like, not going to let this continue to be my story. My story doesn't end here. I'm choosing to change this story. And so I did the ritual, the ceremony. I lit the piece of paper and lit it on fire. And I was like, it is done, it is done, it is done. Right. And then the idea with the paper and the ceremony was like, I am declaring to call all my power back now. I will not choose to allow external circumstances, situations to take my power. I'm in control, and I decide from this point moving forward that I call all my power back. So that was like my little ceremony, tiny snippet of what went on. And then about 2 hours later, maybe not even, maybe like an hour and a half later, I got this text message from somebody that was an essay. And oh, it was deep. It was hurtful. There were things said that made me want to defend myself. There were things that made me really angry, where I was like, this is not true. And it was that message came through at midnight. So in the moment, I thought, I'm not going to respond. I'm going to leave it. And so I did. And the next morning, I woke up and I was still feeling a little bit on edge, I guess, about just a little, I was still feeling the feelings of this message that came through. And I started typing out a message to respond back to this person. And I caught myself and I thought, hold on, Annie, last night you just did a ceremony where you said that you are calling all of your power back to yourself. By you sending this message, are you giving your power away? Because you know who this message is going towards. Does this person actually have the awareness and the emotional intelligence to be able to understand your side of the picture here if you were to send this message? And that answer was no. And so why would I spend my time and energy engaging in this conversation going back and forth when I know full well that this other person is just hurting, and hurt people, even though that is so fucked up, but that's the truth, right? Hurt people. And so I know that this person is hurting, and so they want to hurt me back. And if at any stage I was triggered by what this person was writing in it, the only reason that we would ever be triggered by whatever it is because part of us feels like they've attacked a wound that we already hold, right? You would not feel triggered by it if it wasn't something that you already believed about yourself. And so when I felt this need to like defend myself, I was like, hold on, that would mean that I believe what this person has written, what he's written in this message. And I was like, no, I don't. I know my reality, and that is obviously his reality. So, okay, no worries. Like, I understand that that's his truth, but I know that that's not true. I know that that is not the person that I am. I know that what I bring to the table, I know the way that I handled this situation. I know the conversations that we had previously. Like, I know who I am, right? And I am not going to allow this person who's clearly going through their own process, who has not got the tools and the resources like I have of all the years of doing this deeper inner work, to allow my power to be taken away. Like, this is the thing that I've been working through. And the universe literally gave me this beautiful opportunity to say, well, okay, show me how you're going to show up. Show me how you're going to show up in this moment. Are you going to choose to, again, let your power be taken away when you know that there's going to be no point engaging in this type of conversation with this person? Or do you claim your power back and say, I'm choosing not to engage in it, and I'm going to do my own healing and my own processing, because we also still need to process the hurt that was said. I'm still human at the end of the day. And even though I don't believe everything that this person had written, it still hurts my heart. And so I still have to process those emotions and those feelings. And so I was like, let's call upon all of your tools, all of your resources, Annie, that you have, that you've learned over the years, and let's heal this properly, right? Because sending a message back, defending yourself, is just going to continue in this back and forth. And gaslighting only happens if there's a gaslighter and a gaslightee. That's the only way gaslighting can actually happen. So if that's the case, then somebody has to show up differently. And it's rare that it's going to be the gaslighter, because the gaslighter doesn't even know that they're a gaslighter. So it's going to take the other person, the gaslightee, to change that situation, right? So what I did, instead of writing out this text message of what I wanted to say, I grabbed my journal and I journaled out everything that I wanted to say. And I mean, like, a raw, uncut version, like not a version that I would send in a text message, like the raw version of like, fuck you, right? Like that kind of vibe, because this is the processing, right? This is the real human emotion that gets to be felt, that needs to be felt in order for us to break through on the other side of it, in order for us to keep our power. This isn't about bypassing and being like, oh, like, I know that he's hurt, and, you know, hurt people, and I can just justify that. Like, yes, I have that awareness and I can 100% see what is at play here. But ultimately, I have to make sure that I'm in control of processing my emotions and letting that be expressed. That's up to me. And so I grabbed my journal and I wrote out what it was that I really wanted to say. And it allows you to process all of the feelings. It allows you to process the deep emotion of the hurt, the anger, the frustration, the sadness that you also feel, right? And then I sat in meditation and I did a cord cutting meditation, which is so cord cutting, if you're not familiar with that, it's a really powerful energetic practice that's aimed at releasing emotional, spiritual, mental attachments from different relationships that we've had, where this experience is no longer serving you for your highest good, right? So when I say relationships, this can be intimate relationships, it can be relationships with family members, it can be relationships with friends, it can be relationships with staff, it can be relationships with clients, like anybody that you have had a relationship with. And so these attachments are often visualizations of cords between the two of us that we have. And they can be formed through, significant connection with each other, interactions, and it can be positive or negative, right? That these cords get attached. And so when we consciously choose to cut the cords between you and this person, you end up setting yourself free from any of the negativity, any of the stagnant energies that are potentially hindering your personal growth, right? And so the idea of this practice is that it's going to promote emotional balance in yourself. It's going to enhance like the energy to flow through and in and out of you, and it's also going to help you claim your power back, right? Which ultimately is what we need to move forward with clarity, openness, renewed sense of power and healing, right? So this is such a powerful exercise, and I have done this so many times over the years. Because, babe, if you're here listening to this episode, you too are someone that is constantly devoted to your evolution, right? You are constantly growing. You are constantly choosing your next level. You're constantly choosing to change the goalpost because you've already reached that goal that you set, right? And so as you are this person that keeps doing this, you are going to have to let go of people along the way. Like it's not possible. Trust me. I thought that I could be the exception to the rule where I could bring people with me, and that was not true for every single situation. And man, did I have to learn the hard way. You will have to let people go because not everybody sees the vision that you see. Not everybody wants to go on the path that you want to go on. Not everyone is as driven and as ambitious as what you are. And we have to be okay with that. We have to be okay with continually cleaning out our field, continually setting new boundaries, continually setting new standards, and continually cutting off those energetic cords of people that are no longer for our highest good, right? It is part of the growth. You can't have the evolution without letting go of people. If you want to call in more, you have to let go of something, right? Think about a cup. If you're pouring water into the cup and it's overflowing, like it's not going to go anywhere. But if we want the cup to like refill again, we have to let some of it out. Yeah, so it's exactly the same with you. If you want to keep calling in this next level of manifestation in your life, then you have to be willing to let go of something that is not serving you, right? And that's why this cord cutting ritual is so powerful, because it really does allow you that complete energetic cutoff to be open to new possibilities, to be open to new things that you maybe not even were aware of or in your field or in your vortex. And so I went through this beautiful process of doing the journaling first, and then doing the meditation of the cord cutting, and then I always have a fucking dance party. And the reason that I do that is because we have to shake out, like we physically have to let go of whatever that last sticky residue bit of energy is that might be still stuck in the body. And so you get those tunes on and you have an absolute field day at a dance party and you let loose and you just go for it, right? You just go for it. You send it like no one's watching. And you allow any of it, and you imagine that as you're shaking your tush, as you're shaking your hands, as you're shaking your feet out, you're imagining that if there's any last remnants of this sticky residue from this person or interaction or relationship, that you're physically letting go of it, right? That you're physically shaking it out of your system. And then we come back to center and we thank whoever it was that was in our life for all of the lessons, and we wish them well. And we are choosing now to be free and whole of this entire situation, right? And you spend some time closing your eyes and visualizing this warm love coming around your body and like really filling yourself back up with this deep, deep wholeness. Yeah. And so this was a really beautiful practice. And I do this, like I said, every time that I feel like something is not for my highest good. And the thing with energetic cord cutting is that the cord can also be reattached. So it's really important to remember that even though you might have cut the cord, if that person's attachment to you is still really strong, it can be reconnected. If you were to say, message that person, or that person was to come back into your field, let's say you stalked them on social media or whatever it is, you know, we've all got this human ego that wants to destroy our growth sometimes, then you sometimes can reattach that cord. So even though you might do it once, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's done. You might need to do it, you know, a few times to really allow yourself that space to completely let go, and to completely cut that cord. So it can be reconnected and you can recut it at any given time. So this was something that I share with you because of a couple of reasons. Number one, if you want that next level of growth, then this is a great way to do that. Number two, that when you decide and you declare and you demand to the universe that, okay, I'm doing X, Y, Z, I'm calling back my power, I'm looking for the next level of growth, I'm manifesting whatever it is, you have to be ready, because the universe is going to bring you an opportunity to see how you're going to show up, right? How are you going to show up? You just told me that this is what you want. Now here's an opportunity. How are you going to show up for yourself, right? And so the self-awareness is such a key part here for you to really be aware of that, because it would have been so easy for me to literally just send back a message and be like, this is fucked. I know you're hurting. I know that you are trying to hurt me back. And I'm sad that you feel this way and you think that this about me. But like the reality is that that would have got me nowhere. Literally, it would have got me nowhere other than giving my power away. And if that's a season that I'm back into, of claiming all my power back, that is the worst thing that I could do. So it's really about having this deep awareness around what you have put out to the universe, and then really allowing yourself the space and time to be aware of what might be coming into your vortex in order for you to show up as this new version of yourself. So if you are someone that has been listening to today's episode and you're like, oh yeah, there's some people that I need to let go of, or there's some deep healing that I get to do around this person, like, yeah, I am feeling like I'm being the victim in this story. Like, oh, this really felt like it was happening to me, not for me. I have to let go of this. Like, it feels heavy. It's holding me back. Like, I'm tired of carrying this. If you're that woman that feels like you've got those things going on, then this is your invitation to come and join us inside Evolve, because this is the deep work that we do there. It is not just for business women. It's actually open for any woman that is desiring to find a space where she can really allow herself to be free, to really allow herself to let go of everything that she is ready to let go of, to tap into her spirituality, to awaken her sensuality, to really awaken those psychic abilities that she has within herself, to really learn that she is the biggest healer for herself, right? Like, she is able to heal herself in so many different ways. And so here is an invitation to come and join us inside that space. We have an entire online portal of trainings, of programs from all different topics with new age modalities, from chakras through to understanding your cycles as a woman, through to, oh my gosh, there's literally so much. psychic abilities. There's lots of different ceremonial rituals in there as well. There's guided meditations, there's secret playlists, there is oh my gosh, seriously, there's like so much inside this space. It's like my heart and soul has been poured into this, of everything that I have gone through, and all these new age modalities and tools that I've gathered along the way. I have put it into this like all access space for you to be able to gain access to, where you can tap in, tune in, plug in whenever you need to, and get the support that you need. There's also monthly coaching calls where we go on a deep dive of something specific around helping you heal through it, and I teach you a new framework, and then we also have a guest speaker that comes in too. And so our guest speakers are anyone from human design, astrology, authenticity coaches, sacred sexuality, womb work. Oh my gosh, what else? Relationship coaches. You name it, we've had so many in there. And so you would get access to all past guest speakers, and then you would also get access to all new guest speakers as well, and the entire portal. And it's just this overflowing of abundant space to help you heal, to help you reconnect back to yourself. If you are a woman that's looking for a spiritual container that has healing modalities, that has a sisterhood, like this is it. This is the space that you need to be in, girlfriend. So head to the show notes, have a look. If you have any questions, you can come and DM me. I would be more than happy to answer any questions that you do have. But I really hope that you choose to, invest in yourself and allow yourself to be supported as you're continuing to heal and grow from whatever it is that you are healing from, and whatever it is that you're stepping into. So if today's episode has been supportive for you, come and let me know. I would love to hear from you. I love to hear from each of you when you do drop into my DMs or when you email me back. Yeah, I love to hear from you. So if this has been of a beautiful reminder to let go of those people that are not serving your highest good, then here's your permission to also continue on that path, and to accept that it's okay that not everyone comes on that journey with you. Okay. Have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you real soon. Bye for now.